As I stand here today to pledge my love for you for the rest of time, it's hard not to reflect back to that first snowy night when we met and compare it to where we stand today, not even 3 years later. Natasha, you are the love of my life. You've shown me what happiness truly is. You show me how it feels to wake up every day knowing you found your other half. I feel a calmness and completeness today that I never knew existed, and that's all because of you.
Brandon, my selfless, sensitive husband. You're the love of my life, my best friend, and my biggest cheerleader. In the past 2.5 years, you've inspired me to get out of my comfort zone, let my guard down, and be the best version of myself. Although our ride hasn't always been smooth, I wouldn't change a thing.
I promise to love you fiercely and passionately, and to approach every obstacle, triumph, fear, challenge, and everything in between together, hand in hand, be Natasha, Mr. and Mrs. Splat.
I vow to learn from you and embrace your wisdom, even when I'm being stubborn. I promise to remember that we're a team and there's nothing more important than us.
I vow to continue to grow my love for you every single day. Today is just the beginning. This love is something I've never felt. You've become an extension of me, your happiness necessary for my own. I vow to never let you face the world alone and to be your ally in all situations. I vow to stand alongside you no matter what lies before us, to be your rock, to always be there for you to lean on forever.
I vow to fill our home with love, always show up for you, and uplift you. I promise to proudly stand by your side through life's challenges and victories. I would always be there for you to lean on when you need more strength than you have.
I vow to never get complacent, to never settle, to never stop working on myself for you, to never stop working on us. We've proven that hard work pays off in a relationship, and I vow that my commitment to that will never waver.
I vow to cherish the simplicities of life that we'll fondly remember and laugh about for years to come. I promise to never take for granted all the small ways you make my life better. You fill me with an immense sense of comfort and warmth, and I promise to do the same to you for the rest of our lives.
I vow to always choose you and to always choose us over everything, for every moment now until forever.
She's absolutely gorgeous. And not only is she gorgeous, but she's really, really nice. She's the one that goes to the kitchen sink and cleans up. You know, I mean, she didn't go to her head, her beauty, you know. That's what he really likes, is the beauty on the outside and on the inside. Yeah, she's definitely a catch, man. Before he got dressed, we were hanging at one of the suites upstairs with all of his high school buddies and college buddies that I've known over the years. So we were hanging out, having something to eat, and watching a soccer game. And then it got serious when we said, hey, it's time for Brandon to get dressed, you know. And then there was a lot less joking around and very serious stuff, and I got a little choked up, you know, but that was kind of normal. But it was very neat. It was very neat, and his best man Simon came up and helped getting him dressed, and I helped, and so that was very neat. He loves to visit. He likes to go on vacation. He likes to travel. He loves to do that, and I find that that's one of the things that they both love to do together. They love to go and check out new areas of Manhattan, new areas of Brooklyn together. The whole mechanism of dating also was interesting with the electronic connection, and COVID made things so strange. It was a very unusual kind of environment and situation when they just met.
amazing. Oh my God. And these two. I'm already crying.
The location was so spectacular. It had to be outside, at least for the ceremony. So we said, let's go for it. And then, of course, started raining. But I thought it was so neat with all the umbrellas.
All right, everybody. So a Jewish wedding starts with the signing of a ketubah. And Natasha and Brandon picked out a beautiful, not only piece of art, but also a text that really reflects their commitments to each other. And so the bride, the groom, our two witnesses, and I will all sign the ketubah, and then that will officially start the wedding proceedings. And then we're gonna sign the state of New Jersey marriage license, which means we have to get married today once it's signed, okay?
Natasha and Brandon, you picked an auspicious time of year to get married, and I'm not talking about Hurricane Ian. This past week, the Jewish people celebrated Rosh Hashanah, the new year, and in the coming week, we will gather for Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. This is often a time of jubilation, a time to spend with family and friends, and a time of reflection. The same can be said of your wedding day as well. All of us are here to witness the consecration of your union, sharing our wishes to you both for a long, happy, and healthy marriage. It has been my great pleasure to get to know you over the past year, learning the gifts that each of you brings to the family you are forging together. Natasha and Brandon, it is beautiful that you can be both friends and lovers, true partners in life. Natasha, you are fiercely independent, you are understanding and forgiving, and you have a large heart, showing devotion, commitment, and love to the most important people in your life, including Brandon. Brandon, you have a creative spirit. You are kind and thoughtful and generous, willing to give the shirt off your back to anyone who needs it. What I have noticed about your relationship is how you complement one another. May you continue to lean on one another, garnering strength from each other when one of you leads the way. Like many other couples who got together during the pandemic, your relationship has been tested early and often. Given all that you have been through together so far, I believe you can weather any storm you may face going forward from this very minute. Bruchim habayim b'shem Adonai. Blessed are you who have come here in the name of God. Natasha and Brandon began their wedding ceremony with an old Jewish tradition of circling. As the shape of a circle encompasses all that it surrounds, so do we hope that Natasha and Brandon will strive to continually be there for one another, sharing in life's blessings and consoling one another in times of trouble as they now commit themselves to one another and begin to build a united family. Natasha and Brandon, surrounded by loved ones whose joy and prayers are with you, you stand at this chuppah. The chuppah, or wedding canopy, is a symbol of the home you are building together. May the home you two create be a shelter against the storm, a haven of peace, a stronghold of faith and love. Wine is a symbol of joy in Jewish tradition, so no Jewish wedding would be complete without it. Natasha and Brandon, as you are about to share wine from a single cup, so may you share contentment, peace, and fulfillment from the cup of life. May you find life's joys heightened, its bitterness sweetened, and all of its moments hallowed by true companionship and love. Do you, Natasha, take Brandon to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, for wetter or for drier, in sickness and in health, to love, to honor, and to cherish?
I do.
And do you, Brandon, take Natasha to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, to honor, and to cherish.
I do.
For generations, we have used words and rings to create the sacred covenant of marriage. Natasha and Brandon, you are about to speak the words and exchange the rings that will formally unite you in marriage.
Ani,
Vidodi, Vidodi,
Lee, I am my beloved's.
and my beloved is mine.
On this day of great celebration and joy, Natasha and Brandon unite their lives and affirm their love, starting with a ketubah, the Jewish marriage contract. I will now read the text that we just looked at a moment ago. On the first day of the week, the 7th day of the month of Tishrei, in the year 5783, Natasha Mejia and Brandon Blattner enter into this covenant of marriage with joyful hearts. They committed to one another, surrounded by family and friends and witnessed by God. We affirm our commitment to each other. Our lives shall be forever intertwined. We promise to treasure, support, comfort, and respect one another. Each day we will strive to deepen our relationship, to listen compassionately, and to accept and understand one another. We will unite in our shared values, for they will strengthen us. We will honor our differences, for they will enrich us. Our family will practice customs rooted in the traditions of each of our ancestors and nurtured by our own shared experiences. Our home will be a place of warmth, generosity, and most of all, love. These are our promises. From this day forward, we are as one. All of this is valid and binding. Enveloped in your father's talit, his prayer shawl, it is my pleasure to offer this blessing to you both on behalf of our tradition. May God bless you and protect you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May you always feel that God's presence is near, and may you be blessed with the greatest gift of all, the gift of peace. Natasha and Brandon, may you carry the joy of this moment with you forever. Mazel tov!
Good evening and welcome. Thank you for honoring us with your presence on this very, very special day for us. The feeling from everybody was not just smiling, everybody was actually having a very good time. They're having a great time. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Joni and I have always known that Brandon is a thoughtful and loving son. But in the past few months, we've learned what a very special person Natasha is. It's incredible how she joined our family with such ease and grace. We are blessed, really we are blessed to gain a daughter like her.
Natasha had always dreamed of meeting her Prince Charming, and I dreamed of having a big brother. Thank you for allowing me to celebrate your love and share your story from my perspective. In true fairy tale form, once upon a time, Natasha met Brandon how most of us tend to meet anyone these days, online. And on March 20th, while we all prepared ourselves for Netflix binges and toilet paper shortages, Brandon and Natasha had gone on 2 dates. He persuaded my sister here to join him and his parents at their home for the lockdown. 6 days later, Natasha told me this, and I'm quoting her directly. "I'm going for it. He sold me." Brandon was a good man that treated her well, and she was there for it, pandemic or not. I knew Brandon was the one for Natasha because every time we talked, she referred to him on every topic. It didn't take me long to realize that she was madly in love and that one day we'd all find ourselves here. As unconventional and backward as their relationship may have started in the midst of a global pandemic, living with the parents before officially dating, seeing each other every day without separation, moving in together once it was safe to return home, and now tethering themselves to one another in marriage. I love that their love story isn't the cookie-cutter boy meets girl order of things, but a whirlwind of adventures and realization that the one you friend zone may very well be the love of your life. Natasha, as your older sister, I'm honored to be your go-to person whenever needed. I'm grateful to be your trusted ear, your shoulder to cry on, and your favorite chocolate and cheese partner. You make me so proud, and I'll always be here for you. I love you from the bottom of my heart to the moon and back. Brandon, thank you for allowing me the wallflower view of your wonderful experience. You have been amazing beyond words. Your honesty, attentiveness, and kindness for Natasha allows me to freely express to you how much you are loved by me and everyone in this room. It's a great happiness to know someone who loves Natasha as much as Brandon loves my sister. So to date, both of our wishes have now come true. Natasha has found her Prince Charming and forever partner in life, and I've finally gained that big brother I always asked for. May your commitment to each other serve as inspiration to all of us. Lastly, if I can provide any advice to our newlyweds, it would be this. Treat your life together like your most valued camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, please remember to take another shot.
I see a absolutely magical life together. I see them traveling the world. They love their nieces and nephews. They love their friends' kids. So I'm sure I see them with kids, you know, making a family.
Brandon, for the last 40 years, you've had front row seats to the most beautiful love story ever, starring Danny and Joni. Danny and Joni, I speak for everyone here. Thank you for teaching us and showing us what true sacrifice and commitment to family really means, and we love you. Brandon always puts others before himself. When Brandon moved to Venice, California, I popped down from San Francisco for a quick weekend visit. And as always, Brandon was just an amazing host. It was a great, great time. But here's where it gets serious. Brandon turns to me and says, "Hey, I'm so sorry, but we have to go to Santa Barbara now." I said, "Okay." So we hopped in the car, and Brandon finally tells me that, "Hey, sorry, but I got a really sad text from an old friend, Dan." So 3 hours later, we arrive. Brandon just pulls out the most sweetest, thoughtful gift. He walks up to the front door and gives his old friend, Baby D, a much-needed hug. That's who Brandon is. And you won't see these stories pop up on your Instagram feed or your TikTok or your Facebook, but there are many.
We've obviously been planning for this day for a long time, and it's exceeded our expectations. The amount of love we feel in this room tonight, and I hope you guys feel too, is just, it's remarkable. I mean,
Piggybacking off what Brandon just said, everyone in this room is incredibly special to us, and we're so fortunate to have such a special group of friends and family who support our love tonight. Brandon, my selfless, sensitive husband. You're the love of my life, my best friend, and my biggest cheerleader. I'm already gonna cry.
It's okay.
I can't do this.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
I'll try.
Wait, you're a tushy grabber?
She's a tushy grabber.
Are you up at the Donald? Natasha! First time!
He persuaded my sister here to join him and his parents at their home for the lockdown. Within days, I received the exciting update, and I quote, "Brandon's parents are like Meet the Fockers in real life."